What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is another video of how to change a battery within inside the PS3 controller, and I'm also going to show you how to disassemble the PS3 controller. Now, my controller works just fine. Nothing's really wrong with the battery, but I'm just going to show you how to change the battery. Type of tools that you'll need is a screwdriver. You're going to want to find a small screwdriver again. And then after that, you also want to get a flathead, a small flathead, because this will make it so much easier to remove the battery. We're going to turn over the controller, and if you can tell on the back of the controller, there should be about 5 holes. So you got 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where the screwdriver comes in place. You want to stick the screwdriver in and remove each screw. So I'm going to pause the video, but do what I'm doing and remove all the screws. I'll show you on one screw first, if it decides to come out. And after you get that one screw up, you just want to put it inside one of these containers. So I got one screw out, and I'm going to pause the video, and I'll be right back until I get all the screws out. Now once you get all the screws out, you're pretty much good. You will have to put some pressure on the screws, so make sure you close this so you don't lose them. And now here comes the fun part, is actually opening the controller. You just want to use the ends right here to prop them open. Right here, you want to press in hard as you can right here, because there is a latch right there, and you want to be careful of these. And it's going to be kind of hard, so kind of just pull up on it a little. You want to come at an angle. Again, be careful of the little nunchucks. See how I accidentally popped one off? That's fine. I'll just go ahead and take the other one off for now too. Okay, so here's the battery pack. As you can tell, they got it clipped in here, and it's almost impossible to get to. But this is how you're basically going to do it. You're going to grab your flathead, and right here where you see these lines, you just want to come far towards the end and gently do it, but kind of slide it in there to kind of push it out a little. And just keep doing it. This is the best way I had it done. This is like the most easiest way, and then they'll pop out somewhat, and then you could try to pull it out. If my controller quits rolling around. So let's try to get this out. Like I said, it's very hard to get these batteries to come out. Be careful, because there is a motherboard. And just keep doing it until it actually pops out. Like I'm having trouble with mine because I'm doing mine with one hand. I'm going to pause the video until I get it out actually, so I'll be right back. Like I said, just keep doing it until it finally comes out. Eventually it'll pop out, but be careful, because there are some small wires right here connected to the motherboard, and you don't want to rip those. Now you can just pull the battery completely out and buy your stuff while holding the battery. You just have to type in the Google PS3 batteries, because this one doesn't have a label to show you. Now once you get that out, now you can look at the motherboard, and you can tell there's one more screw right there. There is indeed one more screw that we got to get to, and it's right there above the motherboard. As you can tell, it's right here. You just want to use a small screwdriver that's not magnetic. Do not use anything that's electronical. So you want to grab the screwdriver, and you just want to go ahead and kind of start loosening that screw. Put some pressure on it so you don't accidentally strip it. And make sure you put it in a separate deal, so you don't want it mixed with the other screws, because the screws are different. And kind of close it up. And you can go ahead and actually start removing this, but pull up gently, as this is still connected to something else. This is where your analog sticks go. So your analog sticks are on the back, and this is how you would change your analog sticks and stuff. If I can get it to There we go. So this is how you would change your analog sticks. They just pull right on out. You know, you could just pull your analog sticks right on out. And then you could change those. You can also take this out too, as it just pops out sometimes. But be careful because there is a plastic deal inside of it. I'm just going to go ahead and pull that off. What I'm doing is I'm actually going underneath the down controller plastic and lifting it up. So now you get those removed. These are actually simple to remove as there's two clips on both sides. You just want to press those in to pop up the deal. You might have to actually replace the motherboard back in place to be able to do it. So let's go ahead and grab these two sides right here. Now when you do it, you might have to use a type of tool to prop it. So press down and prop. I'm going to do that to these two and I'll be right back. Then once you do that, this actually just comes all the way out. Give it that to the side. Then you have the buttons where they're located right here. So these are all the buttons. You could take them out, you can move them, you can clean them, you can do whatever. But I don't recommend taking out the buttons. On some controllers this might be different. On mine it's all in one. On some it might be all separate buttons. But on mine it's all in one, which is good because you don't have to worry about them putting a rubber piece. Sometimes they'll be separate and there'll be a rubber piece and it only goes in one way. But you can take these out and clean them. But basically that's how you disassemble your controller. Basically reassembling your controller is easy, just do it the same way. But when you're putting these back on, I recommend doing these first onto the controller while it's out. But that's basically how you change the battery and how you disassemble your controller. Go ahead and reassemble your controller. And if you have any problems, leave down in a comment and I'll be glad to help you. You can also change the LEDs back here, which is really easy. You would just slide upwards to be able to get them out and then just go buy yourself some new LEDs. But that's basically about it. And I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.